Hi, this is Tom Smith with IronStratus, and I wanted to give you a little overview into some of the visibility and reporting you have within the IronStratus product to your business applications and the users that you're managing. I'm logged in as the account owner, and I'm on the Manage screen for the Big Corporation. And the first place that you have visibility to usage is actually in the Manage Application screen. So if I click on this, I see a quick summary list of all the applications that I'm managing. I can sort that list on the tags that I've created for the particular applications and just see a subset of the applications if desired. I also have the ability to drill in for the users that I've shared this application with and see what are the specific users that I've shared this with and when they've last used the product. Even in this view, I can export this to a CSV file, open that up in my favorite spreadsheet program, and do additional reporting or organization of that information. Likewise, I can also see when the product was last used. If I click on this column, I see here are the users that have last touched that application. And this may be useful if you're having problems with an application or if you're changing over applications to a different vendor. The other area that you can see in the Manage area is the users, and the users kind of give you a high-level view of who has access to what again. So if I click on a particular user, I can see the role, I can see what their status is within the IronStratus system, how many applications they can access, and when they've last logged into IronStratus. Clicking on myself, I can see at the bottom of the page, here's all the applications that I have access to and when I've last accessed them and their status. Very powerful feature to take a look at from a user standpoint. The real power of this and where visibility becomes so critical is when you start to see how is the overall usage of applications and users and who has access to what when they've used it. Also, have there been any kind of change events happening within the users or application space that I need to worry about. So the way you do that is go again to Manage and Reports, and now you have a dashboard view at the highest level that gives you some useful information in kind of a thumbnail right here across three different dimensions. One is the actual overall system of your IronStratus deployment. The second is the application usage, and then the third is a user activity. And in each of these areas, you've got a high-level summary along with a detailed report underneath that. So we'll take a quick tour through these. So let's start up here at the System Usage Summary Report. And if you click on this, what you'll find is you've got a quick snapshot of both system users and system application use, along with a numerical value in a box here for a quick view, and then some top candidates in each of the categories with some useful information behind that. So for example, in users, you can see how many users are in each of the roles within the system. System logins, you can find out, if people are effectively logging in the system, or if you're having failures with people forgetting passwords, or if you've got some situations that you need to draw attention to if somebody's trying to hack into the system. Likewise, down here, if you can take a look at the application areas, you can see which applications are most used and shared amongst users. Second is which ones are the most active, which ones are the people using the most. And then if you've created custom applications or if you're just pulling them out of our IS library, this gives you a quick summary of that, as well as what secure notes have been created within the system. In addition to this high-level system usage summary, the other report at a system level is the event log. And this is a traditional kind of audit trail behind all the different activities that are happening either to applications or to users, when they took place, who performed the action, what the target was of that, and that's all filterable by both date, who performed the action, who the action was performed on, whether that be an individual user or a particular application, and then the type of event you're most interested in. You can also take a report by date across all activities within the system and export that and then sort that in a different fashion offline. Jumping back to the reports, now going into the application usage, we also have a high-level summary of those by application for the number of users, how actively they're being used, and what their current status is. And you can set the date range for that report and likewise export that. if you jump in, there's also a detailed usage report under applications that goes application by application, who's used that application on what date, and you can set the date range that you want to look at, or you can dive into just a specific application and get all the information on who's accessing that. Again, you can export this report. Lastly, if you prefer to look on a user basis, you can have a high-level summary of user activity by user, how many applications they've accessed and which ones they're actually using by date. Then you can actually jump in and see the details, usage activities, and this takes you even further into the process of usage. And as you can see, you have the users, which application they've used, when they've last logged in. So that's in general the overall reporting capabilities built into the free IronStratus product. If you upgrade to more users, obviously this information gets very interesting, but if you have 5 users or less, all this capabilities that I've just shown you is completely free and allows you to get your hands around all the applications, all the users within your business setting, and make intelligent decisions with where you're spending money and who has access to what, as well as being able to verify that in fact you can shut off access for those people that you don't want to have access to your system. So I hope you found this overview useful. Hope you enjoy the IronStratus product. Thank you very much for your time.